beautiful friends. It's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel for this timeless pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at what people are saying about you. So there are people talking about you. What are they saying? So with that being said, go ahead and check which pile you're feeling drawn to. So you can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. And of course, the timestamps will be in the description box as always. But yeah, go ahead and make a selection that you're feeling drawn to. You might feel drawn to more than one, and that's totally valid. But yeah, I will go ahead and see you in your reading. Hello, my beautiful friends. If you chose group number 1, this is your group. So you've chosen this beautiful flower bouquet. And I'm having a crazy, crazy windstorm, so if you can hear it in the background, I don't know what, I wasn't even expecting it. It's like nuts out there. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's see what people are saying about you. So we have the universe. So first of all, people are talking about your accomplishments. They are talking about how perhaps you're at center stage in something, or they perceive you as somebody who attracts a lot of attention as well. You can see that the universe, she's like, kind of up in a, I guess, at center stage is, I think, the best way to phrase it. But yeah, I feel like people are talking about you in that position. And also, they could be talking about recent accomplishments or accomplishments you've made as well. Even in the past, by the way, if you had a past with, some high accomplishments, they could be talking about that. Perhaps you're renowned at something, or again, maybe you have a high position, or perhaps, you've just done very well for yourself. They might admire, there might be a lot of admiring comments where people just kind of think that you've got it together as well. We have 4C. Some people might be talking about your ability, your psychic abilities actually with this. So, because foreseeing, like predicting, and again, for, maybe not everyone is like, oh, they're psychic, but they could be saying things like, wow, so-and-so always sees things coming. So-and-so can see the trends ahead and all of that. So again, like I said, it may vary depending on the person that we're talking about. Obviously, not everyone's going to use words like psychic, but again, I feel like, people think that you've got foresight and you see kind of how things are going to lay out. And again, maybe, like I said, for some of you, you really have had some really psychic experiences as well, where, that's been part of it. We've also got the 2 of coins here. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and put all the cards out, and we'll keep going. Let's see if I can fit them all in. The 2 of coins, I feel like you guys get things done. You might be able to, one thing, if you are juggling more than one thing, it's like they are talking about that, like that you can keep up with a lot, that you're keeping everything very balanced. There could be people that are worried about you in terms of how much you're doing, even like kind of concerned about your well-being. And again, there might be even talk about collaboration as well, energy. So I would say that, if you're in a collaborative energy with anyone, your teammates could be saying that you're you're easy to work with, you're fun to work with, you are enjoyable, you keep things together. Because, the 2 of coins is really about keeping everything going. And, a lot of times it's about balance. And I feel like you guys are very good at balancing, especially just because the other cards here are very positive. Some people could be talking about you in a whole new light as well. Like you might have if you met somebody recently, like a new person in your life, they could be really talking about you and kind of talking about you in a very positive way. I would say like, oh, wow, I met this person and they're like so and so and so and like this, and just very positive, like I said. The other thing, and this is a channeled thought that I was really getting, but I wanted to kind of say it before it slipped my mind, but I feel like people may be talking about how you always land on your feet. And it's like no matter what you do, you always kind of land on your feet and you figure your shit out, if you know what I'm saying. And the Fool here as well can show that you have a lighthearted kind of attitude. You may be seen by others as very optimistic. And again, I think, I have a good feeling behind the scenes. Some people are talking about, and this may be in your workplace actually, but they may be talking about a new position or somehow trying to get you into a new role, or talking about some sort of new opportunity that you may not even be aware of yet as well. So for some of you, like I said, they're talking behind the scenes about your future in a company or in an organization or what have you. Even with business collaborations and stuff too, there could be people talking about collaborating with you or doing things along with you as well. But yeah. Okay, so the other thing I was going to say too is with the optimistic attitude, I have a good feeling that you guys are very fun to be around. You're just a good person to be around. And when I see that B card, my eyes zoomed right over there. And I was like, oh, I bet you're very good at like kind of solving issues and even cooling situations down as well. You might be a good negotiator, or you have a way of talking to people, keeping things balanced, keeping things sane, and all of that. So people could be talking about how you like always kind of put out the fire, or you always kind of fix situations. Especially like if you work in customer service as an example, it's like the type of thing where you probably are able to kind of like get customers to calm down if they're pissed off, or, talk to people in a really good way. Maybe that's not for everybody, but, and maybe it's not in the work context, but generally. And there's something very soothing. Actually, in fact, with the soothing, it may be that your voice is soothing, or that there's something about your personality that's soothing. For some of you, I'm getting that you are often, like, when people talk about you, they're talking about how you remind them of somebody that you feel familiar in some way, or maybe it's like, oh, so-and-so looks like their mom who was my old friend, or or somebody they know, like there's a familiarity to you and all of that. But I really pick up strongly people talking about how you foresee problems, and you're able to kind of, because of that, you're able to really navigate them very well and land on your feet. That's a huge thing. And I definitely feel like 99.9% of you, that's something that's been spoken about you recently. Definitely. Like that's a strong energy coming through. Like I said, I do feel like there's something financial in the talks as well. Like there could be people like higher ups or something talking about putting you up, or kind of trying to push you up into a better position as well. Or discussing this. There could be people kind of, especially if you've interviewed for something recently, this could be that you've been discussed in that aspect between another person. And I feel like someone's rooting for you in that case. Like there's definitely somebody who's like, yes, look at, they have like the star quality and like the abilities and everything, and they're a very good match. They're a very good fit. So yeah, you definitely, especially like I said, for those of you that have done an interview, this is definitely a sign for you that someone in that in that scenario is really rooting for you and speaking up for you. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing there. I'm going to go ahead and grab some letters. And we'll get some charms too. Hopefully you guys like my new setup. I finally got an overhead camera. I've been wanting one for forever, and I don't know, put it off, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like lost interest in that idea, and then I finally decided to go through with it, and I'm like, can't be more happy, because I was sitting very screwed up for like quite a few years now. So it's like kind of a blessing, not gonna lie. Okay, we have M and N. We have U. And definitely help out with the words if you see anything. Definitely curious. My puppy really wants to eat these things. I have to keep them up like constantly. I caught him with them in his mouth a few times. Okay, I'm going to get just a few more. There we go. We're getting some vowels finally. I was like, oh my goodness gracious. We have love. So you may be spoken of in a loving way. With love, like I said, I feel like people speak about you kindly. Like you have good vibes around you. People that are talking nice about you. And generally. Drive. So if you've driven somebody, they could be talking about that. That's funny. They could be talking about how you drive. That's funny. Oh, Y came up here. How funny. Some people might be talking about a choice, like I'm getting, look at the two, I'm just, right away I'm drawn to those two. Yeah, you're definitely being discussed in terms of a choice, okay? And like I said, I think it's going to be for the positive. We have funny, so you're definitely funny, like a funny person. You make people laugh, and people might repeat your jokes. You know what I mean? Like, and they'll tell others, like, oh, so-and-so said this, it was so funny. That type of thing. We also have mom. So again, if you're a mom, they might be talking about you as a mother. Of course, we have mama as well, I think. Or no, maybe not. But we have mom. And of course, they could be talking about your mom as well, your relationship with your mom, that sort of thing. We've also got river. Okay. And let's see. I might just leave it here, but definitely let people know, because some of you are amazing at this and you're like, whoa, blowing me away. We have dime. Yeah, we have a lot of different, we got, yeah, driver, diver as well. Those things. So let's get some charms. But yeah, funny. That's funny. Oh, that's my box where I keep the charms, and it totally fell down. And it's like, it's done. Like, no, don't take any more. Oh, this is, okay, so we have the cameo. And so to me, this is, they talk about your looks. They talk about even a picture, like they might be looking at your picture and saying, oh, wow, they're very good looking on that picture. They may have seen it online or something somewhere. But this is definitely physical beauty for me. And we have, again, the psych. This is intuitive for me. This particular charm represents, like, your mind is very intuitive, emotionally, intellectually. Like, you're very, like I said, very, like, intuitive. We have here also the euro. So it's funny because we have coins here, but they're talking about money. There's another aspect of money right there, too. So definitely money. Could be talking about making you more money, or you getting a raise, or something like that. We have here also, we've got Virgo and Aquarius. You love others and others love you. Like, there are a lot of people that reciprocate your kindness. Like, you give off an aura, and I feel like a lot of people talk about that. Like, they talk good about you, okay? You're talked very, very nicely about. And then we have for you. This could be, for you, it reminds you of making something. So it could be that, you know, they might be talking about something that you've made, or if you do anything like that, or what you do for other people. Especially if you've done something recently, like given a gift or helped someone out, they could be talking about that as well. You have a lot of people talking about you. You also have a lot of people talking about you in terms of work and in terms of the help that you give. I feel like you're a very giving person. You try to help as many people as you can. You try to give as much as you can, and it's so appreciated by others. It is very much appreciated. Yeah. I really think, like I said, there's something good with money here that I'm seeing. Like, again, work, money, that kind of thing. But yes, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading. And please, you know, subscribe if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel by somehow. I guess it doesn't feel like it happens too often, but, you know, it does sometimes. And I hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your day or night wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next video. Hello, if you've chosen group number 2 with this beautiful moth, this is your reading. So let's find out what people are saying about you. How are they talking about you? What are they saying? All that good stuff. Oh, we've got the star here. Very beautiful card. Can really talk about hope, optimism, healing as well. So you may have a very healing presence. I feel like, you know, there's somebody that you've probably given some good advice to recently. So this is just coming to me intuitively, to be honest. And I feel like you've given somebody, like, almost like hope again in something. Maybe it's in friendship. Maybe it's in life, even the way you've, like, encouraged or whatever. But it feels like somehow you bring a healing presence with you. So, and like I said, I think that someone's definitely talking about you in that regard. for sure. And, you know, the star always follows a tower, and it's definitely a supportive kind of energy, a healing kind of energy. And this also can talk about really letting go of the past and moving forward. So like I said, for some of you, you know, this could be about healing a relationship, you know. It could be about how, especially in your life, if you've had some kind of fallout, it could be somebody that is feeling, you know, like you are a forgiving person, a kind person as well. If you've had a difficulty recently, you know, there could be people wishing you well, wishing you like to heal, wishing you happiness, talking about that. Okay, there we go. I wanted to get the cards out here just so I could just start talking about them a little bit more. So yes, okay, let's see. So we have, okay, so first of all, we have the Five of Cups here. And that card can talk about sadness, disappointment, and all of that, right? And so I will tell you that if you've recently been kind of in a negative place, maybe you've broken up, maybe you're feeling really negative about something in your life, whether it's your job or a relationship of any kind, really anything, honestly. I feel like there could be people talking about how much you do have, like how much hope there is for you, how you may not be seeing your true potential, that it's almost like I know I've known people that have wonderful talents that don't really engage in them. They'll always like, I don't know, I've seen it a lot. And I'm not saying that you're like that, but there could be people around you that see you in a very bright light. And it's almost like, wow, why can't so-and-so? There's like a song, it's an old country song from the 90s, but it was, She Don't Know She's Beautiful. And anyway, it's like we go walking to something, to a party somewhere. Anyways, like, she doesn't understand what the fuss is all about, but everyone's like kind of looking at her anyway. But that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's almost like there could be people like talking about you in a sense of like, she doesn't know how smart she is. Like, she doesn't know what she's capable of. Like, she has this amazing talent. Why isn't she doing anything with it? He or she, doesn't really matter. I'm just giving, you know, a random example there. But yeah, it's like that kind of thing. It's like, oh my goodness, like, I feel like people talk about your potentials a lot. And yeah. So when it comes to the star as well, this actually can be very highlighted with friendship. And so again, friends could be talking a lot about you in particular, and oftentimes this can really indicate that you're a healing presence in the life of friends. It's funny because with Illuminate too, I feel like you give good advice. I have a good feeling that some of you are really, either you're very emotionally intelligent, so you're good at handling situations for others, like, you know, kind of reading situations and giving advice, or again, maybe there's some sort of intelligence that you have, like a skill of some kind, whether it's a mechanic or, you know, a photographer or an artist of some kind, you know, whatever it may be. I feel like you have a lot of some sort of skill that they're talking about. Even if it's just to, like I said, emotionally connect, advise, and listen. But yeah. So, interestingly enough, with the Five of Cups and the fierceness here, I feel like people are talking about how you get over something, like how do they deal with that, you know, how they dealt with that situation and that was so disappointing. There could be some of that too, in terms of like admiring like your fierceness and like how you keep going for something even if you've faced disappointments. That's something else I'm getting. Interesting with the wealthy man and pathway. So the pathway, of course, can talk about, of course, I think it's like, you know, brighter days ahead. And so I do feel like obviously there's some sort of potential. The wealthy man and pathway makes me feel like there could be somebody, and this could be in your work life, or it could be a wealthy gentleman around you, somebody who's secure, maybe not necessarily in financial means, but has I think they probably do, honestly, for 90% of you. Maybe a few of you, this is somebody else, but maybe it's somebody with great potential for wealth or with bright ideas and bright perspectives. But I feel like somebody could be talking about a future with you, like future endeavors. If you've been working with like a bank or anyone in financial industry, or where there's money or commissions or anything like that, they could be talking about the future in a positive way, I would say. That's something else I'm getting. For some of you, your parents could be talking about your future with a wealthy man. Especially if you come from, you know, a culture where maybe parents are very involved with or very invested, sorry, not involved, invested is the word I'm looking for, in your future love life. I think you've really helped somebody, though, recently understand some sort of future. Like, there's definitely something there. You may have also cleared the way for somebody at work recently, like helped them out on a project, and they could be talking a lot about that, like how they appreciated that. I'm going to get some letters now, so we're going to be looking at that too. So I would appreciate your help, guys. I know some of you are amazing at doing these letters and finding the words, so if you want to help everyone out in the comments, we much appreciate it. I know others will too. I always love to see what you guys come up with. Like, some of you are like amazing at this. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? We have vague. Interesting. Sorry. There we go. We have the word vague. So that's interesting, because somebody could be like wondering or about what you meant by something. For some of you, there could be somebody wondering what you meant. Also, there could be somebody wondering about something about what you're doing as well. We have thin as well as think. So someone's definitely thinking about you. They could be sharing thoughts that they're thinking about you. We also have man. So there's definitely a man in particular, for sure. We have land. We have Sam. We have gun. Cat. We have dig. We also have kind. A kid as well. Kid and kind. New. Oh yeah, we have new here as well. Yeah, somebody new in your life could be wondering about you. Didn't I say that right in the beginning? I know I wanted to, and I don't know if I did or not, but there could be somebody new in your life talking about you. Oh, we have hive. Again, that kind of makes you think of like group connections or working as a team. Like teamwork. Oh, and that's funny. Do we even, I think we might have the word team as well. Yeah, okay. I think we do. Yep, we do. Team. Teamwork as an example. So it could be talking about collaborative energy as well. We have cake. Maybe if you've made something, a cake or something for somebody, they could be talking about it. We have Shiva. We have Stalin. Oh, that's funny. Okay. We've got Dina as well. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Very like illuminating conversation. Again, people could be, I wonder if they're a bit vague when they talk about you. So they may, when they do talk about you to others too, because that vague word came out, I do kind of wonder if they're a little bit protective of talking about you a little bit, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Some people, there might be one man in particular or somebody in particular. You may be a man, but there might, by the way, there might be some men watching here. But anyway, I was going to say that also they may be a bit vague in how they talk about you, like, as well. So they, for some of you, this might be more of what they would say. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I really do hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I would love to see you again on the channel. If you're new, please subscribe, and I'd love to see you again. For those of you that have stuck around, I appreciate you so much, and I wish you the very, very best, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hello, my beautiful friends. If you chose group number 3 with these beautiful tulips, this is your reading. So let's find out what people are saying about you. Who's talking about you? What are they saying? We've got here justice. Beautiful. Fairness, balanced. I feel like some of you might be an expert at something where people are looking for your opinion as well. They could also be talking about some sort of law-based information, like maybe it's something to do with lawyers or anything with the law as well. But again, justice generally can refer to somebody who does try to find fairness in every situation, of course, and is somebody who they know can give a balanced perspective about things. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. And this can talk about, let's see here. I want to go ahead and look at something. I want to look at the rest of the cards before I keep talking. I want to see what else is vibing. Okay, we've got pig, luck. We got a lot of cards here. You definitely have had people talking about an accomplishment recently that you've done. Maybe you've saved the day at work. Maybe you've helped on something. But yeah, I definitely see that for sure. People talking about your accomplishments or how you've helped. There also could be a good teamwork, especially in groups of 3. So if you've been doing something in a group of 3, especially, they could have been talking about you in a positive light. But yeah, justice here can talk about, equilibrium, and again, the ability to be fair-minded, to think things through logically. So I want to say, like I said, that there's people talking about you that think that you're like an expert, perhaps. You're very smart, you're very clever, you know the answers to things. I think there's a lot of intelligence here. And, when it comes to like whatever subject it is that you may be involved with, maybe it's just that you're good at giving advice or you just know a lot of facts and figures. But especially if you do have some sort of knowledge in a certain subject, it might be like they are like, oh, you should ask so-and-so because they know. They have experience in this, it's their job, or, they're very, very good. Justice as well, I do feel like you are a person who is pretty good at communicating with others and bringing fairness. I think you treat others how you like to be treated, and you live in that kind of karmic way. Like you don't try to screw people over in order to gain. I feel like you're very nice, and people could be talking about that. With revisit, I do feel like some people that have been talking about you are people who want to see you again. So there could be a reminiscing energy here actually for you guys, group number 3, because I feel like out of the groups I've seen so far anyways, this has the energy of the one that got away for some of you. Like this could be like, there could be somebody out there talking about how you're the one that got away, that you were the one that they dreamt of, that they wanted, that they wished for, etc. And I do feel like for some of you, that person could be looking at you from afar and talking about you maybe to others. And it doesn't have to be like every day that it could be that you come up in conversation, or if the conversation arose, you'd be the one that they would speak about. I do feel like I said, that there's just people that remember you, that want to see you again, that want to visit again with you as well. And also with Pig here, we have luck. So the thing about it is that there may be people talking about how you're lucky in life, how you've got it all. For some of you, this is physical beauty or accomplishments, and they feel like it's like you, which can be annoying sometimes because some people think we're lucky when we're actually work our asses off. So there might be one or two that are like, oh, so-and-so's so lucky, and they don't know, like, maybe it's taken you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you're at, or, you know what I mean? But maybe for some of you just are lucky, and maybe you've had a lucky occurrence recently, and you know, people are just talking about it, but, and that very well could be the case. I feel like you guys have somebody around you that talks about what a good partner you are. If you're married, people may talk about what a good partner you are in your marriage, like whether you're a good husband or wife or whatnot. The other thing, of course, is that people could actually talk about what a valuable person you would be in a partnership. So again, that could come from somebody who likes you. It could come from somebody who just is observant and is like, wow, so-and-so is going to make a great partner someday to somebody. You know what I mean? It's just going to depend on the circumstances, but definitely. I feel like also, I'm noticing that Three of Wands and the Six of Wands, and I think of a double energy. And I feel like sometimes there may be some people who are perceiving you or talking about how you move quicker or you move spaces quicker. It's like, you know, when you're playing a game and you get like skip go in Monopoly, and it's like go collect your money or whatever, skip everything, that kind of thing. So you may have some people that perceive or speak about you as a lucky person as well. They could be also seeing you as somebody who is well liked and well received by others as well. I do feel like some of the people that are talking about you are at a distance, or they don't see you physically, or something like that. There's that possibility as well. I kind of got that there with that house card that's far away. It makes you think of like people at a distance or far away, which can make sense if you're like in a group chat or something somewhere. It could be like people talking there about you, kind of talking about you in a far away sense. There could be talk about travel plans or information there. Some people might be like recommending you to talk to about travel. I know that's weirdly specific, but just saying. Again, I'm really getting like positive things here. I don't feel like, sorry, my chair is so squeaky. I don't feel anything negative here. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and get some letters. We're going to get some Scrabble letters and see what words come out. So, of course, if you guys are inclined to do so, I'd love it if you guys shared what you see, because I feel like it's always helpful to me and others. But sometimes you guys are like amazing at it, and I'm just like, dang, I'm jealous. So quick-witted. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let's turn these little babies over. Okay. We have one right off the bat. Yeah, I told you, like, some people might think you're lucky, or you're a winner, or you've won something as well. Okay, let me just go through, and like T is there. So T. Oh, we have a blank one, so that's a wild one right there. It can be anything you want it to be. Okay, we've got a lot of I's. I. Okay, my. We have my. Okay, let's see. We have door. Oh, we've got the name Doug. We've got the name, let's see, we have Nemo. Nemo. We have Tan. Stanley, possibly. You know, we could make that for sure. We have Nova. Sava, owl. So maybe there's wisdom, and we can have owl there as well. Let's see. Tune. And we have tune actually both ways, like cartoon, and we also have tune like music as well. But yeah, I will let you guys go ahead. If you see anything here that I haven't picked up yet, let me know. Because I think, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take some charms as well. So, what are people saying about you? For some people, they also could be talking about the beginning, that like the time you met or how things began on some level. We have always in the heart. So this could be, you know, there could be people that really, like, you're always in their heart. I do feel like for some of you, an ex, or maybe it's somebody who just had a pining for you in their life and just, like, you know, yearned for you. They're talking about you. Okay, we have here the cameo. The cameo definitely tells me that beauty is involved, or your physical looks, and because that's what it makes me think of. So definitely. And a picture frame. Some people, there's something about your looks or a picture that could be spoken about, like, ooh, you know, that's a beautiful picture, or look at so-and-so's picture, it's nice, that sort of thing. We have also the horseshoe, and this one makes me feel like it's like a magnet or something. It's like, oh. So this person may think you're a lucky person, or they're lucky to have you. I do feel like for some of you, that's actually the case. Like, they're actually lucky to have you around, that you have a magic touch, that you know how to make things happen. We have also, and they may see you as a person who challenges yourself, who is always trying to do better in your life as well. We have Pisces here. It kind of makes me think of that dreamy energy here and revisit. Again, there could be like a bit of nostalgia, longing. Again, this could also talk about murkiness, like maybe they don't know you too well, or they don't see you very much as well. Some people might be wondering or talking about like what you're up to now because they haven't seen you in a long time. We also have the key here, which talks to me of importance, like a key role, a key figure. And again, we have the smiley face talking about, I think people are talking nicely about you, okay? At least that's what's coming through here. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this reading and it was helpful for you. And let me know what you guys thought. And I wish you the very, very best. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to see you around again. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Anyway, it's getting windy out here. It's been windy, windy, windy. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to go on to the next group. Take care and lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4, this is going to be your reading. So what are people saying about you? Well, let's find out. Ooh, we've got the Death card. Ooh. I want to definitely look at all the cards here. Okay, so right off the bat, you guys, you have people that miss you. I feel like you're also spoken about in the spiritual realm, perhaps by your ancestors, or if you've had like multiple people pass over, they could actually be in the spirit world discussing you in a positive way from what I'm seeing here, like about how they are team working for you. There could also be like concern for your well-being and your direction, and just hoping the best for you, and like trying to make things happen for you within their power. And you know, to manifest something for you. So that's definitely a strong message I'm getting. That you have some people on the other side, some spirits that are pulling for you, they're rooting for you, they're talking about you. I do feel like they try to send things your way. Like I said, signs, possibilities, opportunities, etc. I also feel here that you guys have somebody talking about you that wants forgiveness or wishes things were patched up between the two of you. So I'm getting a good feeling that a lot of you may have had, it could be a falling out with somebody at some point in time. And it's like, oh man, that was like a good friend and I shouldn't have done that. Or that I really wish things would have worked differently between us. Okay, sorry, my throat. So yeah, look at the polar bear. It says powerful allies. Like I said, people could be talking about how you're a powerful ally, a powerful friend, a good friend as well. You also may be spoken of as a forgiving person, a person who moves on, especially at the Page of Wands. This is like an energy that's like squirrel and moves on very quickly. So it's not somebody who like sits there and stews in stuff or worries for too long. Generally, your energy is flowing and you're always kind of on the move, not stagnant. So you might have a lot of fire energy in your chart, or strong fire placement, or something like that. Maybe cardinal energy as well. But yeah, this feels like you're always kind of down for a good time, or something like that too. You may have some good contacts, and people kind of talk about your good contacts. I'm actually going to do something a little bit differently than I did for the other groups. I have this Wisdom of the Birds book, and I want to kind of just pull. I'm going to, what are they saying? Engage with the world around you. Curiosity killed a cat, so the saying goes, but birds are also blessed with an inquisitive nature and love to connect with their surroundings. While the gray catbird is generally shy and will zip into the nearest thicket if approached by a human, it can be summoned with a gentle pishing sound. This little charmer can't resist a sneaky peek and likes to know what's going on in its environment. It's often seen amid the bushes, immersed in the foliage, or hopping from tree to shrub. But don't expect to hear a tweet. This bird sounds like a cat and emits a bright mewing signature call. You may have a unique voice. People could talk about that. But what's funny, it's an inquisitive nature. You're always asking questions, and that is totally the nature of the Page of Wands. You're always willing to learn. You're always willing to engage. You're always trying to, it's never enough for you. You always want to know more and more and more. Like, I don't feel like you guys ever feel like you're ever fully an expert, even though you may be. You're always kind of willing to hear a different perspective. And I feel like for some of you, your boss could be talking about you as well. I'm going to get one more. Let your inner beauty shine through. Glossy Ibis. The ibis is associated with Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of writing and wisdom, and while this reveals the bird's astuteness, the glossy breed has even more to offer. On first appearance, it can appear dull and leggy, but a closer inspection reveals a bloom of iridescent shades, from deep violet hues to glimmering sun-kissed bronze. Being something of a nomadic wanderer, this wader tends up to sticks after breeding. What? Hold on. Being something of a nomadic wanderer, this wader tends to up sticks after breeding, dispersing further afield to expand its range. Okay, I get it. That didn't sound right to me. Did that sound right to you? I was like, what? Am I tripping on my words? Well, okay, so that's very interesting. A nomadic energy. So this could be about you moving a lot or having kind of a free spirit, which definitely falls in line with the Page of Wands. You may be spoken about as a free spirit, as a nomadic person, as somebody who's always kind of stretching and growing. But what's interesting too is that it's like the more it's like maybe there with Privileged Lady, it's showing that you're actually very beautiful. It's interesting because people there may have been somebody actually who saw you in a certain way. Maybe it's like they see you in an environment like the gym or something where you're not really dressed up or something. And then they see you outside and they're like, whoa, they look a lot different when they dress up or when they're like in a different environment. So I kind of feel like there could be somebody in your life, this might be a masculine with the Emperor, but there could be somebody who saw you in a different way than they normally see you, and it's like a positive reaction. Like, wow, they clean up really good, or that sort of kind of thing. Yeah. And also, again, too, like, especially like if you saw somebody where you weren't wearing makeup, or in situations like that, it's like, whoa, you know, when they do see you. But I think you have natural beauty as well that shines through. But it's just like, I do feel like there might be people talking about you in that regard of maybe seeing you in a different way than they usually do. Again, like, say you wear a uniform to work or something, and it's like suddenly they see you without the uniform and they're like, whoa, they look so different. I remember my husband actually, and I just saw somebody recently like that, where we're like, whoa, we didn't almost recognize them outside of their, you know, workplace, and, you know, that sort of thing. So, yeah. So, with the Death card as well and the forgiveness, like I said, I do feel like people could talk about how maybe it's like forgiving life in general, but it could be like forgiving others. Maybe you've been a person that has gone through some things. Maybe you have had some significant death or problems in your life. There could be also concern for your well-being. Some people could be talking about your financial future or worrying about your well-being. Not to say that they're worried because something bad will happen to you, but it might be like there are people actually talking about how to help you, or these are allies. Like, the people that are talking about you are actually your allies. Even if it's an old friend whom things didn't work out with, or an old love or whatever. I'm not sensing, like, well, I don't know, maybe I don't want to go into that, all those details, but also the Death card can talk about somebody having a very strong charisma, and oftentimes a very, like, charisma, the type of thing that makes you feel like you've never met somebody like that before. And so as well, there can be that, like, a fateful encounter as well. Maybe that you've helped somebody out recently in sort of a fateful way. It's like everything worked out for the best, and they could be talking about that. I do feel like there could be somebody older talking about you, an older man, and it's in the positive, like, but yeah, let me see what else here. What are people saying? I'll get some charms. Okay, let's see. Oh, we've got the Statue of Liberty. We've got here Capricorn. We've got Sagittarius. You definitely have a friend that's talking about you. Somebody that's a friend. We got Service Award 2 years. Father of the Bride. So okay, so interesting. Father of the Bride. This is interesting because this could be your in-laws talking about you. Your in-laws could be talking about you. Again, I'm not seeing anything negative here per se. Your father could be talking about you too with the Emperor. Some maybe fathers are talking about, you know, future possibilities. There could be discussions of, you know, inheritance or something like that, perhaps, or because there's some sort of concern for the future. So I just kind of wonder there in that regard. And then we have, again, the Service Award 2 years. So this could be, so we could be coming up on an anniversary of something for some of you. And someone could be talking about that. Maybe recently as well, there could have been talk about, like, oh, I've known so-and-so for this amount of time. I can't believe that much time has passed, or something like that. Like, maybe there was an anniversary of knowing or not speaking as well for some of you. There also could have been some sort of milestone at work or something as well. We've got here the tree, which to me talks about our family. So I do kind of feel family vibes here, like your family could be talking about you. We have here the key, which can talk about important things with the family, for important discussions, and so on and so forth. We have Taurus here, so that's ruled by Venus, perhaps money talk, or financial future, or financial health. There could be some discussion there. Again, if maybe you're contributing to your family in some way, there could be discussion of that, appreciation of that as well. It's funny because the Sagittarius energy with that Page of Wands, you could be seen as a very like exploring person, somebody who really likes to. It's like you've got it both. You've got like the Capricorn leadership, but you've got the free spirit. So it's really nice because I feel like people are talking about what a dynamic person you are, like how you have the ability to be a free spirit yet still responsible and grounded. It's like, yeah. And I definitely feel like there's somebody, like a leader of some kind talking about you. We're going to get some letters too. I'm going to stick them out there here in a second. Let's see. We have E, A, C, V, G, A. Somebody could be worried though about you or concerned about what you think of them. Like, oh, did they like me, or did they, you know, what did they think of me, or are they mad at me, or, you know, these sorts of things. Okay, let's see. We've got a lot of letters here. Hold on, let me bring them up so you can actually see them. Okay, so I would love it if you guys tell me if you see anything special or anything there that you can share with everyone, because, yeah. Okay, we've got here Ace, which can talk about number 1. We have like as well. We've got total. We've got meek. We've got Ray. We've also got the word May, or the name, of course. We have key, so important, showing importance here. We have mate. Your partner could be talking a lot about you too if you have a partner. We also have ear. My husband always says, "Are your ear?" Or maybe my mom said this actually. "Are your ears burning?" I've been talking about you. So maybe you'll have that vibe. Let's see. But yeah, we have. I'm running out of words. I think I might let you guys take it. We have T, of course, as well. But I will let you guys take over and see. Do you see any specific words that I'm missing? Maybe some names. I don't see any other ones. But we have a leaf here. So think of turning over a new leaf. Again, we have Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius as the signs here. So those could represent signs of the people talking about you. But also, I think it's a bit mixed bag. But yeah, I really do feel like for some of you, someone from your past is really like talking and kind of reminiscent about your relationship, especially. Also, I could see how there could be like an older man as well. But I think I kind of went over everything. But I want to say thank you so much for being here. And I really do hope this was a helpful video for you and helpful reading. And I wish you the very best. Hopefully, you know, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.